There's no way. There is absolutely no way. There is no way that Mojang messed this up. The Piglet, the head is as wide as the body. On this side, you see the full texture of the head overlaid over the body, but on this side, we see the body texture is winning, and it's overlaid on top of the head texture. This was reported earlier today. In the baby pig model class, we see create body layer, which defines the parts of the model. We see the body and the head. If we hover over add box, we see it takes 6 floats. The first 3 are the position, and then we have the width, height, and depth. We have negative 3.5 f here with a width of 7, and we have negative 3.51 f here with a width of 7. I have Blockbench, which is the standard for creating models. Typically code like this is exported from Blockbench, so it's very easy to overlook something like this, but I would expect some quality assurance of them like playing with the pigs in the world. Just really odd that this would be overlooked. Puppies have a similar issue, but their head is on center, and because of that we see Z fighting instead. They do have a recommended fix of just inflating the heads slightly. That's all we'll do for the puppy head. For the baby pig, I'm going to overwrite this method completely, and I'm only doing this as a demonstration. I have both of these at negative 3.5 f now, and I'll add a slight cube deformation of 0.2. Now if we check out the piglet from both sides, there's no Z fighting, the head is only slightly bigger, but the overall look is pretty much the same. And same with the puppies, we don't see Z fighting from either side now. We have another issue with puppies. You can see this better next to wolves that aren't sitting, but basically the collar is in the wrong spot. It seems like the sitting pose is inverting the body somehow. Most rotations in Minecraft, I believe, are measured in radians, but here we are incrementing a float by a full number. Getting a little bit more involved, going to replace that sitting pose with our own logic, and this will process the model part, this dot body, for now in the exact same way as the original logic. That is not what is supposed to happen. That's not what's supposed to happen at all. This is a great lesson on why it's important to get as close to the source as possible. We see in the generated source file, so this was generated based off of the .class file that we have, that it had this .body .xrotation++. In the original .class file, or the built code, in this decompiled version of it, we can see how it's slightly different, but what actually happened in the original bytecode is this LDC line, and this is load constant in Java bytecode, and originally it had this value, 1.5 whatever. So let's actually copy that, and since I ran in debugging mode, I can edit this method, and I'll change it to set the x rotation to that value instead. So this probably should be plus equal to. Reload that. Now we're replicating vanilla behavior. So what is wrong here? In the original baby wolf model, we see it calls to the super set sitting pose. That's in wolf model, and that set sitting pose already updates the x rotation of the body by pi/4. So if you visualize that number, that makes a lot of sense for rotating the regular wolf body. But if you take the number that we saw in the bytecode, that's just a 90-degree rotation. So we're basically giving it a 45-degree rotation and then rotating it by another 90 degrees. Kinda weird. So our override is still calling to the super. What if we just don't use that extra logic? I'm still in debug, so I'm just gonna comment this out for now and then reload that. Okay, so we can I kinda see what they were going for. But this feels like they were trying to do like a really hacky fix instead of just fixing the underlying issue. To me, this doesn't make any sense. Why does the body start with a rotation? Why is it already rotated? But why not just build it correctly? All I did was change this to -=2 instead of +=2. That literally just straight up solves the issue. But to me, this is still a hack fix. Like, why are we rotating by 90 degrees here? If I hop in bed, the cat that's standing will snuggle up to me, and you hear the purring. Now let's do the same with our kitten. The kitten snuggles up, but there's a constant meowing. So if we search for purr, we'll see cat purr baby, cat purryow baby. We can go on a little quest here. The wiki tells us the sounds.json file is located at .minecraft assets objects. Its hash name can be found by looking it up in the file .minecraft assets indexes and then the version JSON. This would be 30.json for this snapshot. So we went to Minecraft assets indexes 30.json. Then I searched for sounds and I found this hash. If we open that file as plain text, we can search for the cat purring. So this would be for an adult cat, but we see for the baby cat, it's just using the ambient sound. It's not using the different purr sounds. So I'm assuming this was just overlooked as well. We could create a resource pack to fix this, but honestly, this should be fixed in the next version. I would hope so. I brought the cats with me. I'm not sure if this calf just isn't mooing. There's no baby cow sound. So we have a pig and a baby pig. And you see in the subtitles how it says baby pig instead of piglet. And for the baby cow, I would expect calf, but there is no baby cow sound. Pretty straightforward. Baby mob names are inconsistent. Kittens and puppies are referred to properly, but calves and piglets aren't. Rabbits and ocelots could have better subtitles as well. This bug is regarding textures, specifically about the eyes of the Mooshroom. It says that baby Mooshrooms have eyebrows even though the adults don't. And it also states that the temperate variant of cows don't have 2x2 pixel eyes, and that the gray pixels are actually the eyebrows. So this adult Mooshroom looks like it has 2x2 pixel eyes, but this guy has 1 pixel eyes, and it looks a little off-putting with the gray eyebrow above it. It's not so off-putting here for the regular cow, but I saw this post, and I'll agree that they should have kept the normal eyes. This one is a little more subtle. Check out the lightest color of this side, and compare it to this side, where it's not mirrored correctly. You can see it like this as well. Compared to a cow, you see how the pink area of the texture for the ear, it's properly mirrored on both sides of this entity. This isn't an issue with the model. Both of them add this first box in the exact same way, just different proportions. But for the size of the head and the textures, we see that it wasn't mirrored properly. And this could have been intentional. I have no way of knowing that. Okay, so keep this in mind. This back foot right here starts at a light color and it goes to a dark color. And now compare that to a baby bunny. It starts at a dark color and it goes to a light color for the feet. This is how it looks on the ground normally. Like, why are you starting with rotation? Why are we starting with the rotation of pi? Why? Why? It's literally starting inverted for some reason. I don't get this. So this would be 180. So 2 pi is 360 degrees. So pi itself would be 180 degrees. So it's starting rotated 180 degrees. And for the adult model, they don't start with the rotation. So I don't understand this inconsistency at all. So it's not really the textures that are wrong so much as the model is wrong. The Nautilus model does not have a separate file for the baby model. They just create their own separate layer definition for the regular model. And I can't really say there's anything wrong with this. It's just really inconsistent. So this is definitely not a bug, but this is so sad. Armor on baby wolves will no longer render and no saddle on a baby pig. I understand not riding them, but not being able to see the saddle, just kind of weird. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.